All right, so let's have a look at question number 13. Question number 13 says, it's a question on currency exchange. It says, if EC $2.50 is equivalent to US $1, then EC $20 in US dollars is? It's simple. Whenever you need conversion question, what I do is I normally first write the conversion. The conversion is EC what $2.50 is equal to US $1. Then now I'm going to put what EC under what EC, US under US. The one I don't know, I'm going to call it X. So I'm changing EC $20, so I put that under the EC $2.50. I don't know the the US equivalent for the EC $20, so I just call it what X, and then I what cross multiply. 2.5 times X is what 2.5X, and 20 times 1 is 20. So now I have 2.5X is equal to 20. I then divided both sides by what? 2.5. If I wanted to, I could do something like this. Multiply this by 2, multiply this by 2. I didn't have to. And this would be what? 40 divided by 5. Just to get rid of the decimal. And everybody should know that what? 40 divided by what? 5 is 8. EC $20 is equivalent to US $8.
You like the password that isn't your ex-girlfriend's.
All right, let's have a go at question number 18. Question number 18 is a question on depreciation. It is a simple depreciation question. A car's present value is a car presently valued at $12,000 depreciates at the rate of 10% per annum. All that is simply saying this car is going to lose 10% of its value every year. So whatever is the value at the start of the year, the value at the end of the year is going to be what? 10% less. So we're asked now, what will be the value of the car 1 year later? It's simple. 1 year later, the car is going to value what? $10, sorry, 10% less. So all I simply do was find the depreciation amount, which is 10% of the 12,000. 10% of 12,000 is 1,200. Since it's going to be valued less, you simply take away 1,200 from 12,000, you get the 10,800. All right, question number 14. Many persons got that wrong. All right, it says, at a store, 3 cents on every dollar is charged as sales tax. Now, 3 cents out of every dollar is the equivalent of saying 3%. 3 cents out of every dollar is the equivalent of saying 3%. So all that this is saying is that the tax is what? 3%. Now, hear this now. How much is paid as sales tax on a costume which costs $196? Well, the tax is what? 3%. 3 cents out of every dollar. $1, a dollar has 100 cents in it. Some people don't know that. So 3 cents out of every dollar is 3 out of 100. 3 out of 100 is the same as saying 3%. So all I do, I didn't cancel anything. I simply multiply 196 by 3, you get 588. And 588 divided by 100, the tax is $5.88. Number 19, a man's basic wage. This is a question on wages. A man's basic wage for a 40-hour week is $160. He is paid $5 per hour for overtime. If he works 6.5 hours of overtime in a certain week, then his wage for that week, then his wage for that week is, well, it's simple. If you're working overtime, you can't get overtime unless you first work your regular hours. The money you work for your regular hours is called your basic wage. Here, the basic wage is $160. and the person gets $5 for every hour of overtime. So if I know how much money I get for 1 hour of overtime and I work 6 hours, I simply multiply the amount of money I get for 1 hour by the amount of hours of overtime to determine the overtime money. So here, this is 5 times 6.5, because the person works 6.5 hours of overtime. 6.5 is the same as saying 13 over 2. So 5 times 13 over 2 is 65 over 2, which works out to be $32.50. $32.50 plus 160 is gross wage after working 6 hours of overtime at $5 per hour is $192.50. Question 15 says, all right, question 15 is a common question. It comes often. Nobody should get it wrong. The answer is 545. It says the cash price of a television set is $350. When bought on hire purchase, a deposit of $35 is required, followed by 12 monthly payments of what? 12 monthly payments of $30. So the first thing I would need to determine is the hire purchase price. On the hire purchase, the person first pays $35, that is the deposit. Then the person pays $12 every month for 12 months. So in total, $12 every month for $30 every month for $12 is $360. So in total, the hire purchase price is $395. Now, if you buy the thing cash, as opposed to buying on hire purchase, you would save a total of $45. Number 20 is an easy question. It's a question on commission. It says a salesman sells a car for $10,500 if he's paid a commission of 5% on the first 10,000. So his commission on the first 10,000 is 5% and 8% on the remainder. So it's a total of 10,500. So he's going to get 5% of the 10,000 and 8% of the remaining what? 500. You work out that 5% of 10,000 is 500, 8% of 500 is 40. In total, his commission is what? 540. All right, number 16. I saw one of my best students got number 16 incorrect. One of my best students. All right, so number 16. Number 16 says a company employs 20 persons as gardeners and clerk. The mean daily wage for all the employees is $22.40. Can I tell you what that is saying? Mean is another way of saying average. So if I add up the average of all what? If I add up, what this is saying is that if I add up the wages of the 20 people and divide it by 20, I'm going to get an average of $22.40. So the mean is equal to the sum of the values divided by the number of values. Now 12 persons each receive $26. So it's 12 times 26, that's the amount of money. Plus the 8 clerk, we don't know how much money them receive. So I just call that amount of money X. So 12 times 26 plus 8 times X divided by 20 is equal to $22.40. So what I did next is I cross multiply. If I have one fraction is equal to one fraction, and I want to get rid of the fraction, I cross multiply. Now 12 times 26 is 312. When I cross multiply, 20 times 22.4 is 448. I then solve this equation, take away the 12 goes over and become negative, so it's 448 minus 312. And then now I have 8x is equal to 136. Divide both sides by 8. And each of the 8 clerks was earning $17 per day. Each of the 8 clerks were earning $17 per day. A number of persons got that one incorrect. So that's a question to look out for. Number 17, a number of persons also got this incorrect. It's a question on compound interest. It says Delano invested $5,000 for 2 years in an investment scheme. The investment earned compound interest of 8% per annum. What will be the amount of Delano's investment at the end of the 2-year period? So in a sense, what we want to find out is how much is owed to Delano after the end of what? Of 2 years. This is one of the questions I think one of my prominent students got wrong as well. Now, with this, you have to basically do the thing over 2 years. So in year 1, the interest on the $5,000 is 8%. So in year 1, the interest is in year 1, the interest is $400. Then now at the end with compound interest, at the end of the year, the interest is added to the principal. So at the end of year 1, the amount of money that is owed to Delano, the amount accruing is 5,000 plus the 400. The 5,000 is the amount of money he invested. The $400 is the interest. Now with compound interest, whatever is the amount that is owed to him at the end of what? Sorry. With compound interest, the interest is added to the principal. So the amount that is owed to Delano at the end of year 1 is principal in year 2. So it's almost like the money is reinvested. The interest is always 8%. So in year 2, the interest is 8% of the 5,400, which is $432. And now the amount that is owed to Delano at the end of year 2 would be what he started with, 5,400 plus the interest, which is $432. The total that is owed is $5,832. Question 21. So 17 is one to look out for to ensure that you don't get it wrong. Go back over it, look at the way I did it to ensure you understand it. 21 is simple. It is a question on translation. It says Altia's normally saves X dollars each month. So that's what she says normally. But in June, she saved $4 more than twice her usual amount. Her usual amount is X, twice the usual amount is 2X. $4 more than X is 2X plus 4. The answer is C. Question 22. Question 22 is a question on binary operation. We're told that M star N is equal to the square root of M cubed minus N squared. Now that statement is called the defining equation. Then we're asked to find 5 star 2. Now 5 corresponds to M and 2 corresponds to N. So anywhere now over to the right, wherever you see M, you're going to put 5, and wherever you see N, you're going to put 2. So it's 5 cubed, which is 125, minus 2 squared, which is 4. We get the square root of 121. The square root of 121 is 11. That is something basically you just had to know before you do the question. Question number 23. It's a question on area and perimeter. It says item 23 refers to the following trapezium. So we're told the shape is a trapezium. So if it's a trapezium, these are the 2 parallel sides. All right. Now, we're told now that the trapezium with height h has an area of x squared. So we're told that the area of the trapezium is x squared, but the area of the trapezium is equal to a half AB times h. A and B in the formula stands for the lengths of the two parallel sides, and h is the height or the distance between them. In the diagram, A is 2 and B is x minus 4. So we have what? 2 minus 4 is minus 2. 2 minus 4 is minus 2. So what we have inside the bracket is x minus 2. The h at the back can come to the front. So the area, which is x squared, is h over 2 multiplied by x minus 2. That is another one to look over again to ensure that you never get it wrong. I saw somebody get question number 24 wrong, and I was shocked that the person did. This question 24 says minus 2q minus 3q is equal to, well, first of all, minus is a plus. You could say a negative times a negative is a positive. So we have what? 2q minus 3q. Now 2q minus 3q is minus q. If the signs are different, subtract and keep the sign of the larger number.